What up, doing this Saturday? Season 2 of the Jelly Lounge radio show where we discuss politics like family. That's the theme song. Vulnerable off my upcoming double album, Jelly for Life, Jelly Forever, on the music copyright, don't mute nothing, Facebook. How y'all doing this good Saturday? Starting to warm up in the D. It's been cold, man. You had another tornado come through. But thank the Lord it's starting to turn around. Had to run some errands for mom, so couldn't do it at 1. Got some good stuff coming for episode 2 next week. We have some more No King protests. People protesting Donald Trump. They feel he's trying to run the country like a king in Detroit and Philly. You had a right to protest. That's your right. My thing is, he here for the 4 years he got elected for. Some things he might do right, some things he might not agree with. Pray for him that he lean on God's judgment. Because you can go out there and protest, he's still gonna be in the White House. Some of y'all say y'all don't like Vice President Vance. So it is what it is at this point in time. I did come across a story about Michigan voters are backing a plan to turn Belle Isle to a special economic zone, be the first in the country. There's over 982 square acres, I believe, where they will have high-income mixed housing, entertainment, and a retail district. Detroit citizens, they have concerns about access to it. So I guess you could picture it being its own little city. Because Belle Isle is, one of the coolest things about Detroit. We are right across the Detroit River is Canada. You're looking at Windsor. So now if you turn, because they have a casino right off of Windsor, off the water if you're downtown, Riverwalk if you look at it. So if you add these things to Belle Isle where you have high-end housing, retail, if you're going to have retail, you're going to have some food. You're going to most likely have a gym because you got to eat, need to walk it off, need to work it out. And you got to have entertainment. So that means you need to build an area where you can have artists come or whatever type of entertainment. It'll be a major attraction for downtown Detroit. But I could see Detroiters having a question of, okay, you go this route, is it going to be its own separate entity or we still have access to it? Or do everybody got to pay to come on to Belle Isle? Because it's a Michigan National Park right now where you go to the Secretary of State, you pay that extra, I think, $12 or $15, and you can go to the park. You get your sticker for it. So that's going to be interesting. I can see the business side of it because, man, Belle Isle is an amazing spot, and they've done a lot to it. It's a beach on there now. They have like swing stuff for kids. They always still got the giant slide. People do a lot of reunions and barbecue meetups or church events. I remember the Cooley Alumni Weekend. We had a movie because we had shut it down back in, I think, 2018. Could nobody get out. And Cooley Alumni Weekend will be July 10th this year. Class 96, my year. We will be over it this year. But, it'd be a great opportunity. You're off the water, so if you put it in the right spot where you might have, like the New Edition, Boys Men, Tony Braxton concert, say you had that on Belle Isle. Because we already got the Aretha Franklin amphitheater, used to be Shane Park. That's off the water. We have a lot of concerts. You would probably have to make a multi-purpose building where they have outdoor capabilities for summertime and wintertime, keep it enclosed. So it'd be interesting to see how they put it off. Now, as There's been talks from President Trump to try to end the war in Iran. Let me break it down. Hello, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you from Algeria. Appreciate the love. And now from the rebel movement, Houthis, they have jumped into the fray. Well, they launched missiles at Israel. So Israel already said we about this. Appreciate you tuning in. They already said they about this life. We're gonna bomb them out of resistance. We're gonna thug it out. I mean, gas prices have been affected. I know here in Michigan, regular is I think $4.09 now. Also seen stories where for diesel it's $5 or more in other states. So the trucking industry is feeling the pinch. So we're gonna see. I mean, it's I mean, it probably could have been a little more because a lot of people have been opposing of this war. They've been talking about, well, when President Obama he used drone attacks, it was more precise. They hit all the targets because unfortunately, school was hit. Now we didn't. In my opinion, I don't think we purposely tried to hit it, but you got to have the right intel for these things. And when you start having war conflicts, I definitely pray for the people caught in the middle, because that's really where the problems will lie. The civilians. I mean, even though we may have told people, okay, we about to bomb this and that, you still bombing their country. And they gotta get to shelter. So definitely on the side of us, because we still use gas more than electric vehicles in this country. It's starting to get warm in a lot of states. You're gonna feel that pinch if gas is $4 to $5. Probably on the West Coast, I've been told regular is almost $7. So yeah, whatever we're doing over there, you need to wrap that up, because people gonna sit at home and that affects the economy. So we have gas being $5 to $6, or in other places $10. You ain't really going nowhere. You would definitely see people rent more movies on all the different apps on the smart TVs. Whatever stuff is near their house, the parks, they might go there. That's probably in walking distance. Your downtowns will see a decline. The malls of shopping will see a decline, because now you got to start counting up the costs. Like, what I'm about to do, what I'm going to spend this money on. Because if you got a big boy truck, you ain't trying to spend $100 on gas to go party downtown. Even take your family out to dinner, because food is already went up as well. So a lot of stuff gets affected. And you got to dial some of that back, because it ain't a recession, but you'll start noticing, you'll instantly notice, oh, people ain't going out. Just like we was dealt with COVID and we all had to sit in the house, billions were lost. It might not be billions if this war don't end, say, before June get here or May. But in my opinion, you'll definitely see people rethinking how they're going to spend their money, because they got make sure they got gas to get to work or take care of relatives or whatever. And that's going to be a problem. I totally understand. You don't need to start making those decisions. Now, they finally came to a deal with the budget for the Department of Homeland Security, where the TSA workers get paid out of. And in my opinion, I do think come midterms, Democrats might lose more seats, because you need to find a better way to go about dealing with your issues. have ICE come off a little strong in deporting people that are not American citizens. Yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, you holding up passing a bill and you got all these TSA workers affected. They shouldn't be collateral damage. Because first and foremost, these people are here illegally in our country. And someone been here for more than a year, so you had time to register to become a citizen, pay taxes. So to be fair about it. Now you don't need to be yanking them around like rag dolls. They're people still. You can be humane in how you deal with it. But I can't go to Canada without showing anything proof that I can go over there. If I go to the tunnel or the Ambassador Bridge and just say, I'm about to come over here, kick it, get some food. So I'm drinking the most, grab some juice, check out the scenery, and I ain't showing them a passport or an enhanced license or something, they're gonna be like, I got a live one right here on the walkie. And they're gonna tackle me down like, you gotta get up out of here. So where do people think it's cool to just come into the US with no issue? Let's start right there with that conversation. I can't go to nobody else's country and just walk around, do what I want to do, start a business for the next 10 years without paying any tax or anything. You shouldn't do that in America. I got to pay my taxes. You got to put in on this. It's only fair. But how you deal with them, because President Obama, he deported a lot of people as well, but it was more respectful, humane, because they're humans. We don't need to treat them like animals. That's not cool. But yeah. And a lot of TS workers quit. So there's been lines of over 6 hours at some airports in certain states. And it used to be when I was coming up, if you got a plant job straight out of high school, you were set for life. If you got a government job, you were set for life. And then they repealed the DEI, and it turned out a lot of women had a lot of those good government jobs, were laid off, unfortunately. And then when we had the first government shutdown, you had a lot of government workers in food lines. So they may have started looking for other jobs. Then you had Congress people getting all these town halls to talk about it while y'all getting paid and these people wasn't. And it hasn't been talked about enough, but now you have TSA workers again feeling the crunch of not getting checks for over 20 plus days. That's not cool. Okay, no Democrat sit up and tell me, well, that's the best way to get at Trump and Republicans. No, it's not. Are you going to put money in their pocket? Now, I read somewhere that Tyler Perry was handing out money to him and they stopped him. And I get how you might say don't do it that way. But I would have rather seen, if Democrats going to play hardball like that, y'all, that they got all type of different gift cards where you put about 2,000 or so on it and you handing out to the workers like, we got you and your family till we get this straightened out. Then you will come out looking like the good guys, women, the heroes of this. But people now probably look at other ways, maybe the train and go somewhere instead of the plane, because you ain't trying to be at the airport all day. 6-7 hours? Ooh-wee. Spring break still going on for some colleges? That's a lot. So I can understand that's a problem. And then I saw that Tiger Woods was in a car crash or truck crash, and now they're saying he was arrested for driving under influence. You got to deal with that. Still one of the greatest golfers ever, but like he was bringing his name back because his son is playing golf. And now you got to get your people to deal with that. Prayers to him that if you do got an issue, get taken care of because you can hurt somebody drinking and driving. Real talk. And I want to thank everybody for a successful season 1 of this. Now we're in season 2. We're going to keep it going. Got some great ideas. Add more segments to it. Talk about more topics. And keep the content going. You know, trial by error, but figure it out. And I mean, I was asked the other day for someone that's going to be on the show next week. This was a class project. So I had already started doing podcasting before I graduated. And we went through the whole process, created it, and I left it dormant. But I am a credentialed journalist for German Daily News, for Middle Ground with JLE Media. And I need to talk about what's going on in the world as well. Add that, cover all aspects of content. I appreciate people that be checking out the show, to be rocking with it. Try to cover what's going on in Detroit first and see what's going on in the world. Now, I also have seen it's been a lot with Cam Newton interviewing Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith rebuttal of it. It's definitely been on all the YouTube content people. And even other news people I've checked out have touched on it. I would just say free speech is still here. So Cam can have whoever he want on his show. But I get he's been working on ESPN. There's talks that Shannon Sharp might come back. And because of this, we'll see if Cam is left out in the cold. But some stuff Jace Whitlock says makes sense. Some might not agree with, but he is a journalist, and maybe one day they could have a healthy, mature conversation. And stuff that Jace Whitlock feels he don't agree with, Stephen A. can show receipts that, no, you're wrong. You know, where two black men can disagree and have healthy dialogue on issues. No different than back in the day when Dr. King and Malcolm X disagreed on their approach to equality for Black Americans or African Americans. But they respected each other the same on their viewpoints. But I have been noticing that everybody been talking about this. Like, well, you might as well talk about it for a second as well. It's content. And I see more established people in the media talking about, like, okay, yeah, it's really everybody talking about this. I didn't do my sports show yesterday because I took a nap, but I'm about to hit that one next. Going to have a rerun interview. You got to check out the interview of musician, violinist Rodney Lamar Page I did yesterday on Middle Ground with JLE show. Phenomenal cat doing a lot of phenomenal things. And going to have new ground floor, something more fun, talk about for later. It's going to keep getting the content. So hope you guys keep tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. Hydrate. Check in on your people. Till next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. You want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with Jelly Network. Thanks for coming.
Let